What up, everybody? Welcome back to Feral Publications YouTube channel. It is me, Rich, and International Zine Month videos is pretty much done. I have two that I want to edit and show later, and then I'm gonna do the 24-hour zine challenge. Not within the International Zine Month, but I am gonna do that and put those two together, and then I have the one about Monsieur. But today I wanted to talk about just some stuff, man. Like, there's a reason why I've been hitting it hard. Some people have been like, man, you really fucking on it, Rich. You're fucking dropping videos. You're making zines. I've been getting really booked up for a lot of Zine Fest and things like that. And I have been working on my next moves, man. For a lot of people that don't know, I'm kind of business savvy. In LA, I helped a few businesses. Out here, I helped one business. I had a restaurant that I sold at a profit called Dirt Dog LA. The people that own it now have 3. If you're not familiar with that, go ahead and put something in the comments below. I'll go ahead and showcase or make a video about Dirt Dog. And then when I left Dirt Dog, I started Feral Publication. I started Feral Publication before I left my restaurant. And in the end, I had an idea for what Feral Publication was going to be. You know, because for me, it's never always been about the money. Like, even Dirt Dog, in essence, had this idea of like it being a representation of LA culture. 10% of the profits went back to local charities and other events and things like that. And that's kind of what Dirt Dog was for me. But I learned so much about business during my time with Dirt Dog. Because I started working on Dirt Dog in 2012. I finally had the brick and mortar open up 2014. I sold it just right before 2016. So 2 years that I ran a brick and mortar, and the rest of it was me going through the hoops, learning everything I need to learn about business. One of the regrets that I had from Dirt Dog, one of the biggest regrets, because there's a few, but one of the biggest regrets, second biggest, the first biggest is the fact that me and my friend who started Dirt Dog together, although we're friendly, I wouldn't call us friends anymore. So that sucks. That's probably the biggest regret that I have from the Dirt Dog experience. But the second biggest regret is that I wanted to start a YouTube channel. And this is back in 2012. This is like in mid-2012. I wanted to start a YouTube channel about the process that we were going through opening up Dirt Dog, the restaurant. And for different reasons, me and my partner, and this is some of the stuff that led to us having to fall out later on in life, was that we just didn't agree on a lot of things. And one of those things was the YouTube channel. And it was one of my regrets. I always regretted that because it was one of those things of like, I like business, not necessarily business, but I like creating self-sustaining systems. I don't like to ask anybody for shit, but I don't like to ask for charity. Even though I like to give to charities, I don't know, it's weird. I don't like asking for charity. It's probably some fucked up way that my mom raised me, but I just don't like charity. It's just not me. Anyone that knows me knows I fucking slept on the street many times. You know, that's when I was homeless. I would couch surf. And if no one offered me a couch, I'd just sleep in the streets. I wouldn't be like, oh man, well if you don't let me stay here, I'm gonna fucking have nowhere to sleep and I'm gonna sleep on the street. I wouldn't say shit. I'd be like, alright bro, it's cool man. I'll see you guys later, man. Take my ass to sleep at the fucking street corner or wherever the fuck. So now that I'm more focused on kind of like, you know what, I wanted to do these things. I've been taking steps to do these things. And some of that stuff I will talk about now. But now I really do feel like, now that I'm getting serious about what I'm up to, maybe I should start documenting it. And not only document it, but daily. You know, so I'm thinking like I might do a daily video, ultimately. And I say daily video, but like the IZM, where if I don't do it one day, who the fuck is gonna, there's no goddamn YouTube police that's gonna fucking come and collar me and fucking whisk me away to do whatever the fuck. But that's kind of where my head's at. Kind of like, you know, like, I don't think anyone really knows what Feral Publication was supposed to be in the beginning. And kind of what it is now, right now, at the moment, like where it's at. Because the long story short is that Feral Publication has a credit line. It's an official business. I have the DBA. It has been profitable. Actually, Feral Publication helped me buy this house. And I know it sounds weird because some people are like, what? Out of zines? Well, let me explain. Like, so I've been making money in different ways. in a multitude of ways through Fro Publication, of course. I haven't even made that much money online. This is the first year where I really pushed like online sales, and it's been going great. Like if I stop now, Fro Publication is in the green. Every year I start that way though. And a lot of that has to do with my Amazon Prime videos. And I'm not even proud of those videos anymore. Like when I see those videos, I'm like, I could do so much better. But as a businessman, I'm like, but I'm still getting a little bit of money, so leave it be. You know, why are you gonna fuck with it? And you know, so that's what I'm talking about in the sense of like diversifying how you make money. So what is Feral Publication supposed to be? Feral Publication in the beginning was always this idea for a coffee shop because I love coffee, and after selling Dirt Dog, I had made a lot of money that year, and I was kind of like, I thought like I made it in a sense, in a way, in a weird way. I was like, I made it. So my mind was kind of like, and I remember asking my wife this actually. I was like, what do I do now? She was like, what do you want to do? Like, do whatever you want. Like, you ultimately don't have a need to do anything you don't want to do at the time. And so I remember we bought tickets to go to Europe, and we went. It was great. Some of the Ireland videos, I never edited and put it up, but, you know, I have hella footage from Ireland. I bought the cameras. I bought this camera, actually. I bought this one. You know, I bought this, and I used to podcast. Anyone who remembers Feral Publication a long time ago, I used to do a podcast with the homie Art, who now does a show called Pokemon Live, Pokemonday, Facebook TV show, I guess. And it's going really good for the homie Art, so bigs up to him. But me and him used to do this podcast called Nerd Rage, and then we were on the radio for a little bit, and then we did like a Pokemon skit, and we ended up cursing and not asked to come back anymore. Things happen. It's like that sometimes in life. Fuck it. Whatever. But yeah. So, you know, long story short, you know, Feral Publication, because I was just living, having fun, it just kind of changed and mutated. But in its original form, Feral Publication was always meant to be a coffee shop. It was supposed to be called Feral Publication Presents Arts from the Underground. And so my concept was that people would be able to drink coffee. We'd have like a zine library. We'd have extra copies of the zines. People can buy them, take them with them. I wanted to have tables where people could draw. I wanted to have editing bays where people could edit audio and film. You know what I mean? Because I feel for the artist that doesn't have these things at their disposal. Like I want to open it up in the hood. Like I really wish I would have opened it up in Watts, like the area where my mom lives. Like it would have been full circle for me. But I don't live there no more, you know. But the plan is to open it up somewhere. I don't know where, but I definitely want to open it up in this area because I don't want to give space and opportunity for right-wing motherfuckers. I'm not doing it. Sorry, I'm not. That was in its original form that. And my mentality was, because I had Dirt Dog, and I remember having a brick and mortar. Sometimes there's dead time, you don't know what to do. I was like, during my dead time, I'll review zines. I will make zines. You know what I mean? And that was, and for me in the end, I was like, if I can make a living doing that, right? Selling coffee, drinking coffee, and then also be able to read it while drinking coffee, I'm like, then that is the perfect life. I don't have to become a billionaire. I don't need to make a lot of money. But just being able to do that, for me, would be like dope. You know, we have a house. I have a stable job. I'm saving up money. Feral Publication is making more money. Feral Publication already has a line of credit. And all these things. I think now is the time to take it to the next level. So what is the next level? So I know it's kind of a long one. I hope you guys don't mind. I really am appreciative of all the subscribers. I hope no one thinks like, well, what about the zine reviews? You're still going to get zine reviews. At that, I have different ideas for daily uploads because, like, let's be honest. Some days I'm just going to go to work, come home, and go to sleep. So it's not going to be a fucking vlog. So everyone that's like, what the fuck? All vlogs? Like, no. But I do plan to upload more often. I plan to start giving shout outs to a lot of artists that I follow online. Different YouTube channels that relate to zines that I think should get more love. Different, what do you call them? Different books or ebooks or bloggers, and different artists, different Instagram accounts at that are just amazing from an artistic standpoint. And I want to tap more into the more radical essence of it. You know what I mean? Which is what I've always wanted to do. And on top of all that, you know, I want to start showing my process, right? Something like I said, one of my regrets with Dirt Dog was that I didn't do that. I'm not gonna do that with Feral Publication. Like, I'm not gonna have that regret. I will be documenting me actively looking to open up that coffee shop concept. And what a lot of people don't realize, like I said, with Dirt Dog, I started working on Dirt Dog in 2012. We didn't open the brick and mortar till mid 2014. It was a long process, and so, you know, expect a long process from this. You know, obviously I'm more experienced, and I have things that I didn't have when I started Dirt Dog. Like, I am myself, I'm a brand. Like, people, especially in Los Angeles, maybe not out here so much, but like in Los Angeles, a lot of business people know me and are willing to lease me locations, front me equipment. It'd be easier for me to get my Cisco US Food account open, Coca-Cola account. Like, I know some of the reps and things like that. I hear not so much, but nonetheless, you know, I think just the know-how of it all, I think is what I have now as leverage. And I'm going to use that. And I'm hoping to, you know, really start making moves and strides in that direction, and see when I can open up that coffee shop, man. See if I can tap back into that. And even if I can start doing pop-ups again like I was doing in East LA, right? Because the Feral Publication, like I said, when I realized I couldn't find an actual brick and mortar location to do my shit, I started looking at how to do pop-ups. Now I started doing a pop-up at the East Los Angeles Community College. And anyone that ever stopped at that pop-up, anyone that bought something and now follows me through that, you might remember I had coffee and I had comics and I had zines and things like that. And that's kind of that was kind of like me in a very small scale, showing kind of what my overall idea and thesis for Feral Publication is. And that's why anyone who remembers the first original zine reviews was called Arts from the Underground. Because like I said, originally I want to call the coffee shop is going to be called Feral Publication Presents Arts from the Underground. And so that's why the original zine reviews were called Arts from the Underground. As a matter of fact, I think just because I need some time to do what I'm doing, like I said, I want to do daily uploads, I think I'm going to re-upload the first zine review I did. So y'all can laugh at me and be like, what the fuck? But alright guys, it's already a long video, man. I'm really energized, I'm really feeling good, I'm very focused, and a lot of it has to do with a zine that I was making, but I think that story will be another story for another day, probably tomorrow. Alright you guys, lates.
Fight the fascists.